All right, these are my travel mates. Yeah. There it is. Cheers. Sober for the tour. All right, guys, so we're in Medellin, and we're gonna do the free walking tour today, the real city tour, I think is what it's called, right? Something like that. We're gonna go do it, we're gonna check it out. I will tell you my opinion when it's over, but we're starting off right.
Kick some.
Yeah. So right here is where you're gonna go up to start the tour. See, everybody's there already. Alupahara is the name of the station. It's the metro station. So you can actually take the metro here as well. Oh no, it's gonna be a lot of people. Oh, you're good.
Hi guys, how are you?
Good. Right, let's start. Whoa. I don't know where we're at, but it's pretty, whoa, pretty cool. Look at that. Let's go take a closer look.
I always like to start these tours getting to know each other.
So we just got kind of an intro to Colombia and a bit of the history, all the way from the Spaniards and conquistadors, all the way through that man who shall not be named. And it was very interesting, and I think I'm going to break it down in a bit more detail a little bit later. But let's move on.
Tower.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like a different dragon fruit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got numbers right there. I wonder what that's about.
They're all the same.
Whoa, okay. Yeah, we'll have to check this out at night. Apparently these are light poles.
Now remember that I owe you the 40 minutes.
So all these are lights. They all light up at night. This area used to be called the City of Crime.
Oh my God, the big thing?
That birdhouse? Oh yeah, yeah. So all this used to be called the Square of Crime because it was a very crime-ridden area, and with the social urbanization that they redid the city with, now it is called the Square of Lights because all these light up.
Makes a lot of sense coming from a mathematician. And that program goes all over the city, especially the informal part of the city I explained at the beginning. And doing also two things.
By a level 5. Alright, so we're gonna go to a very commercial area and keep hold of your stuff, and we're gonna be the gringos that come in through, like this guy who looks like he's straight from Kansas City.
50% of all theft is is
Yeah, I believe that. So this is the commercial area he was talking about. They have a saying here, like, don't give papaya, which means like don't give people an opportunity to like steal stuff. So I think it's a wise saying. I like it.
Excuse me. Claro, pero me llamó una parte. Cuando lo recoja ellos.
So we are like really in the thick of it right here. A little bit of everything going on. So this is El Centro. There's a lot going on down here.
Good afternoon, welcome Colombia. Yes, choice.
That was pretty good.
Por mayor al detalle, blue jeans.
Things are very good here. It's very open.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so there's one park men dressed as women.
Really?
Because I haven't seen that so very.
You know the name of the park?
I think it's the Bolero one. It looks like I know there.
That was quite a walk. We are still in the thick of it. Like, it's crazy how crowded it is. Look at this.
Just want you to take a look to this building. We are going inside.
All right, let's see what's going on in here. What is this? Holy shit. This is pretty cool. That's pretty cool, eh?
I am so sorry. I was just going to stay here, but they closed it, so we're gonna have to go back to the yard over there. Okay? I'm so sorry. Just right here.
All them shoes, boy, all them shoes.
But if you want the original thing, that's what you get. Only ask first. If you don't ask, it's going to happen what has happened so many times here. Maybe you see a nice pair of Nike. You cannot believe the price, so you buy them immediately. When you go home, you realize it doesn't say Nike, it is like offensive at some point. As in Colombia, ahora. Bargaining here is like a social lubricant. You just need to be polite. If you are polite enough, you can get a 20%. But some Arabs, before me.
You basically get anything you want here. Old 1920s Belgium architecture. Used to be the Palace of Justice.
Se tira hacia allá, a mano derecha.
I notice like all the young guys are wearing like American apparel, you know, like looking like I don't know, what do you want to call it? Very wannabe gangster kind of shit, you know. It's everywhere. Don't they know we invented that? That crappy style? Exotic. Ooh, I like it. Yeah, like all these jerseys are everywhere, and everyone's got caps. You know, it's like, huh? Stealing my style.
Taking in all the sights and smells, and every once in a while I get a really strong whiff of cigarette smoke.
Oh yeah. Say what? Oh yeah. That makes sense.
Just taking a nice deep breath about fried chicken, and all of a sudden.
So it looks like we're just mainly sticking with El Centro, huh? Centro.
Yeah, this one was a central tour.
Okay. Makes sense. It is just wild how many people are down here. I can definitely believe that like 3 million people live in the city because there's just like a ton, man. Oh, there goes the thick ladies.
Alright guys, if you can come a little bit close, I have competition in the name of that church over there, the Veracruz Church. And this place used to be known for being the place for the foreigners. So in theory, that is your church. But I'm going to tell you a story. I want you to be very discreet because I'm going to tell you about some people around. And I don't want you all to look at the same time, okay? Today, this is no longer known for being the place for the foreigners. Today, it is known for being the place where men come and pay a fixed price for some services. Services like a massage, a special hug, happy endings, you know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to say the name because it's almost the same in Spanish and English, and I'm using a loudspeaker. But if you take a look around, even more to this street down there, you're going to see a lot of women. Not all of them, but many of them are actually sex workers. And maybe you wonder, Leo, how is it possible, mate, that a culture that feels so proud of being Catholic allows that to happen in front of the second oldest church in Medellin? And that is very easy to understand when you know that many Colombians use religion not to stop doing bad things, but to actually do bad things more often. Because many Colombians see religion as some sort of moral soap that never runs out. So they come around, negotiate the prices with the ladies, and then they take them to these hotels you're going to see around. Hotels that, by the way, guys, you will find in TripAdvisor, Lonely Planet, Hostelworld.com, because they are paid by the hour. Then they use the girls like objects there, and then they go back to the church feeling like, man, that was a good one. Like to feel comfortable with themselves again, to feel like their hands are clean, not to stop doing it. So they can go outside the church, do it again, but with peace of mind. What the girls do here is not illegal in Colombia. It is legal, as long as the girls are adults, over 18 years old. What is illegal in Colombia is pimping, making money out of the girls, and also the sexual exploitation of minors and teenagers. That, unfortunately, guys, happens a lot. If you see one of those situations going on with children in the places where you are staying, if you can blow the whistle, guys, do it. The only thing you have to do is dial 123 in your phone. That is the emergency line. Or if you feel uncomfortable doing that, just let us know by an email, and then we can blow the whistle for you, because we have been trying to avoid that this continues to happen so much with children, right? Any questions here? Okay, most of the times people ask about prices, but okay. We're gonna check one of the coolest places in the city center over there. Over here.
So you get off lucky because during that whole speech, like 4 women were back there just shaking their asses at us.
Really?
Yeah, it wasn't a pretty sight either.
Did you get on video?
Yeah.
For good video, man.
Yeah. We're at Target's over here.
Yeah, there was a lot when I was down here.
Yeah.
It was very entertaining.
It's something. Whoa, look at that. You know, honestly, I'm glad I'm doing this like with a tour, because I wouldn't feel comfortable like having my camera out if we weren't in like a group of people.
Yeah, when I was here, I walked around like this the whole time.
Yeah, I would definitely be a lot more cautious if we weren't in a tour.
You're good though. You get the strap on and everything.
Yeah.
Alright guys, please stand over here so I can see you all. Perfect. Now guys, this is the Sculpture Square. It's a very famous place in the city center of Medellin. Maybe you have heard or read about it at some point. But before we talk about the sculptures, I want you to take a look to the building behind me that looks like a church. It is not a church. That building, guys, was supposed to be a massive, giant building. It was supposed to come to this side of the street right here. And it was supposed to be black and gray. So what happened? That the building is neither of those things. Guys, something very, very Colombian happened here. The building was designed by the same Belgian architect who designed the shopping mall we just saw over there. But when he was building this one, we paisas started bitching about the building. We started telling the guy like, man, why does it look like a church? We have so many churches here. Why is it so dark? Why is it so small? Until the Belgian architect felt so sick of us that he said like, you know what, paisas? If you don't like my building, screw you all, go ahead and finish it yourselves. I'm going back home. And he did. He went back to Brussels, leaving the building only 1/4 of the original size. As good pies as we are, we were like, who needs an arrogant Belgian architect to finish our building? We're paisas, we can do it ourselves. Give me those blueprints. Too complicated blueprints for us. We didn't have such good architects back then. So we decided to start working our own way, and voila. The best flat wall ever. And we were so lazy that we didn't even take the time to paint the wall black and gray as the rest of the building. Take a look to the dome, for instance. In the dome you can see those beautiful neo-Gothic style windows. Now take a look to the windows on the right. We like to call it paisa minimalism. Totally proud of it. The building was where the governor used to work in the past, but today it is called the Palace of Culture. Inside the Palace of Culture, there is a place to watch movies for free. It is full of libraries, full of history, really, really nice architecture, a terrace to take a nice view of the city center. We don't go in, it is for free, but we don't go in the tours because they start asking for passport numbers, a big registration form for each one of you. So it takes a long time. But in case you can check it out by yourself eventually, totally worth it. And the building behind you, that one is called Museo de Antioquia, the Museum of Paisalaje. It is an art museum, so you can find basically different paintings from many different famous artists. But what you find the most inside the museum is a lot of boteros. Do you guys happen to know what boteros are? Boteros are the fat paintings and sculptures from a very famous artist from Medellin. First of all, they are not fat. Look at those abdominals right there. So what's the thing? I want you to remember this name, guys, and don't forget it. Fernando Botero, Paisa artist born and raised in Medellin. The guy is considered to be one of the most important artists in the last century, because in the last century arts was moving towards the abstract. So the guy took that as an opportunity, and he came up with his own technique. He called it the language of volumes. So it's not that they are fat, he's playing with the volumes of the body. We actually like to call it the language of these proportions. And let me give you a couple of examples to make my point. If you take a look at the horse over there, for instance, you can see that the head of the horse is totally disproportionated with the size of the body. Happens the same with the guy on top, a giant head, very small hands, so that's the idea. If that example is not clear enough, take a look at that guy again. Because many women in Medellin say there is a very noticeable disproportion in that guy. Guys, it's very important for us that you understand that those are not Colombian standards, okay? I can assure you that. Every single sculpture here was actually made in Italy, just in case, okay? And before we go and take a look at all the sculptures, let me show you just one more thing over here. Hey guys, I have competition there. If you come closer, I would really appreciate it. This sculpture behind me, that one is called the Roman soldier. We have 23 sculptures in the square. All of them are made of bronze, donated by Botero for free. But I don't know if you have noticed that when you touch bronze repeatedly in only one spot, the color changes. There is a myth in Medellin that says that if you haven't found the love of your life yet, the only thing you have to do is grab it. If you know what I'm talking about, take a picture of yourself grabbing it, and in no time you will find the love of your life, okay? So if you haven't found it yet, you know what to do. We're going to start walking very slow so you can take a picture to the sculptures, take a look at all of them, and then we're going to stop below the metro tracks again, okay? Let's go.
Oh my. That kid's got it. Well, he's gonna find his love pretty soon. Why does it got a motor on it? Oh yeah, that girl thick. I might need a moment. El perrito.
Ay, mi amor. Ay,
There's the metro line. You can actually take that all the way to the start of the tour. So you can see, like, on this side, they actually finished the bricks. It's painted black. But on that other side, there's none. It looks incredible. I can't believe they were complaining about this. This thing looks amazing. There's a lot of hustle and bustle going on down here. El Centro is freaking crazy active. Like I was telling her earlier, like, honestly, like, it's cool, but I'm glad I'm on a tour because I feel better being in a group as opposed to just doing all this on my own. I don't feel like I'm gonna get nicked or anything when I'm with the group. It's also very easy to lose the group. Yeah. Almost lost him.
take the metro because right now we make a shower the highway is 6 minutes. I do this to Colorado in 10 minutes. Okay, thank you so much. Bye guys. I just want you to make a semicircle from this side of the wall to this side of the wall so we can close all the gaps. Nice. Amazing. If you want to come a little bit closer to close the... Excellent. I just do this because here, when the locals see a big gathering, they want to know what's going on. If they see a small gap between two of you, the local is going to do something like this. Okay, so it's just for that. Guys, remember that I told you at the beginning of the big monument that we don't have many monuments dedicated to Colombia itself, but we have a lot dedicated to us. These murals behind me are another example of that. And they were made by a very famous Paisa artist called Pedro Nel Gomez. There is even a museum dedicated to the guy. But we're not going to talk about those murals because they are telling us the same Paisa history I told you twice already. I'm not going to do the same thing. Instead, here we're going to talk about Colombians' bad memories.
So this is the city center, right?
Yep, and it is wild. There's people everywhere, man.
Yeah, it's a zoo.
Yeah. It's crazy. I'm just like, yo, why ain't everybody at work? It's like the middle of the day, you know, everybody's just downtown.
And the blogs warn you not to come down here often.
Yeah, I believe it. I get that feeling, man. You feel all the eyes on you.
This square is called Parque Berrío Square. The guy on the pedestal, his name is Pedro Berrío. The governor decided to build a railroad here, so the guy's really important. This is the center of the city center, downtown of downtown. That's why sometimes people come here with their cameras to take pictures and videos of the beautiful historic center of Medellin. And then they feel totally disappointed when the only thing they find is that church over there. That is La Candelaria, the oldest church in Medellin. Besides that, nothing else. Because as I told you, we decided to change the nice colonial architecture for more modern buildings, like the ones you see around. However, this square still keeps the old school spirit of the city. And the best representation of that for us is folk music. Unfortunately, because of the COVID situation, it's not happening so much these days. And today is some sort of a shopping mall. All kinds of stores and shops, but in the upper floors, a lot of administrative offices as well.
Hello.
Right?
I know, right?
The girls don't look any like they stopped growing at 4.5 feet.
Right.
You could get in it tonight.
Seems the churches seem to attract all of the.
Yeah, it's wild. Like, why?
Yeah.
I guess it makes sense, like he was saying. Like, people come there to. Yeah, I don't know. That's wild, man.
Guys, watch out over there.
Esperás a 500, esperás a 500.
Tres aguacates valen 2.000, Maurito. Aguacate de 1.000, de 3, 2.000 aguacates. Aguacate de 1.000.
Colombia.
Yeah. Clearly, they don't know about Pornhub.
So guys, we are going to our final stop in that direction. It's about 3 blocks away from here, in the crossings of the streets. Papaya level 2. You remember that, right?
Promoción de vídeos templados para todo tipo de celular, que tenemos para Samsung, Motorola, iPhone, Huawei. Vídeos templados para todo tipo de
Do you know where we're at? I have no idea. I was asking.
We are. Oh, we kind of did a U.
Ah, okay. Look at this place.
Alright guys. Actually guys, you over here. Can you come a little bit over here? We have like the blue compass. Perfect. So. Sorry? Ah yeah, you can say hi. They are with the second best tour guide in the company. So guys, our final story is going to be in the middle of the square. But we always like to open this space here for questions, because during the tour, how many cable cars do you have? Which one is your favorite? Dio, where can we get nice quality Colombian coffee? In general, people think that as Colombians we drink the best coffee in the world. That's bullshit too. Dio, where can we go to eat the most important paisa dishes? Dio, are you single? Can I ask you out? Questions like any kind of question basically. But the most important question people ask in general is the question about the Colombian conflict. What is this about guerrillas, paramilitaries? How do they relate to the politics in general, or the drug business? It's a big thing to explain, so I'm going to start with that one, okay? Guys, the thing is that in Colombia we've been having an internal conflict for around 60 or more years now. I just don't want you to fall in the trap to believe that the conflict in Colombia is only between the good and the bad one. Because it has never been that simple. It was in 2, it was in 3, it was at least 4 actors in the Colombian conflict, okay? Do you hear me well with my colleague over there talking? The first actor of the conflict, guys, I'm going to represent it with my left hand, which...
Oh, it's massive cheese. Oh, your cokes are so cute.